Good morning, dear kids and parents. Hope you all are doing very well at home. Dear kids, today we are going to start with our next chapter, that is chapter number 4, Heat. Okay, so in this, first of all, we will see that what kind of clothes do we like to wear in different seasons. Okay, so when it is a summer season, what we like to wear? We like to wear different types of clothes that are light colored cotton clothes, right? And it gives us a feeling of coolness. We even feel hot at our home when it is summer season, right? In winter season we like to wear woolen clothes. Why? Because we feel warm in woolen clothes. We feel cold in our homes even during winter season, but once when we go out in the sun, what happens? We feel a warmth of the sunlight, right? So in different seasons we like to wear different types of clothes. Now let's see what is hot and cold. Everyone are aware about what is hot and cold, but just see what is the first image. It's an image of a ice cream. Now you can tell it that we can tell it very easily whether object or whatever is hot or cold just by seeing. Okay, like it's an ice cream, so ice cream is obviously cold. Next is a spoon in the teacup, hot teacup. If we keep that spoon in that hot teacup, okay, so how is it? Then a cold drink. So cold drink you'll all juice, you'll say that it is cold. A frying pan, a handle of a frying pan. Handle of a frying pan is not hot because it's of a wood. But the thing is, every time we cannot say whether an object is hot or cold just by seeing, right? Suppose there is a vessel on the gas stove. Now, gas stove is off. After certain period, whether that vessel is still hot or cold, we cannot make it out just by seeing, right? What do? We touch that object to check it. Okay, but the thing is, do not touch objects which are hot. Be careful while handling a candle flame or a stove. We should always be careful to touch the hot objects, right? We see that some of the objects are cold while some are hot. Some objects are cold, some are hot, and sometimes it is like not always cold and not always hot. We know that some objects are hotter than other, while some are colder than others. Like all the objects have different temperatures, like some are hot, some are cold. If we compare, one is more hotter than the other, one is more colder than the other, right? So we often touch the object to see whether the object is hot or cold. What do? We often touch the object, whether it is cold or hot. So now let's see, we'll go through one activity just to see that whether the object is hot or cold. Do we come to know by touching it or not? See what we have to do in the activity. It is activity 4.1. You have to take 3 containers, right? 3 containers, name A, B, C. In container A, you have to pour some cold water. In container B, you have to pour some hot water. And in container C, you have to mix both the water, hot and cold, and pour it in the last one. Okay. Now, what you have to do? In container A, we are having cold water, right? So, put your left hand in container A. Okay. Keep it for 2 to 3 minutes. But at the same time, put your right hand in container B, which is hot. Now right hand is in hot water, left hand is in cold water. Okay. Now let your hands be inside that both the containers for 2 to 3 minutes. After that, what you have to do? After 2-3 minutes, take out your hands from that A and B container, hot and cold, which is separate water, and put that both the hands in the last container, that is container C, and which contains hot and cold both the water. Okay. Now see what you will feel. Left hand will feel that the water is cold. whereas right hand will feel that the water is hot. The reason is we kept our hands for 2 to 3 minutes in different water. So even our hands react differently. Okay. So what conclusion can we say with this activity? That we cannot always rely on our sense of touch to decide whether an object is hot or cold. Sometimes it may deceive us. Every time we cannot rely on our sense, because our sense work the way we felt first, right? So every time we cannot depend on our senses that we'll come to know the correct thing. Sometimes it might misguide us. Okay. Now see, what is the thing? If we give a heat to an object, what happens? Temperature increases, right? Temperature increases and what does it become? It becomes hot. But at the same time, if we reduce the heat, if we remove the heat, we don't give heat anymore, what will happen? The temperature will start reducing and it will become cold. So by giving heat and by removing heat, what changes? Temperature changes. Okay. So whenever we are giving a heat, that is an effect in the temperature. Okay. So a reliable measure of a hotness of an object is its temperature. Means to measure a hotness, that how much hot a object is, we measure that thing is called its temperature. Okay. The hotness or coldness of a substance depends on its temperature. If temperature increases, it becomes hot. If heat temperature increases, it becomes hot. If heat temperature decreases, it becomes cold. Okay. A temperature is measured by a device called thermometer. Now see, we measure the hotness of an object. What we measure the hotness of an object is by its temperature. Now how will come to know that how much the temperature is? So to measure that temperature, we measure it with an object that is called a thermometer. Everyone might be aware about a thermometer, right? So the temperature is measured by a device called thermometer. Okay. Now let's see the types of thermometers. There are two types of thermometers. One is clinical thermometer, another is laboratory thermometer. Okay. What's the difference between these two? For clinical thermometer is used to measure the body temperature of a human being. Okay. It cannot be used except this. We cannot test any other temperature with this clinical thermometer. It is just used to measure the body temperature of a human being. Whereas laboratory thermometer is used to measure the temperature of different objects. Okay, that is not used to measure the body temperature of a human being. It is used to measure the temperature of different objects, different common objects. Okay. Now see, we'll go through some points of clinical thermometer. Okay. When do we use this clinical thermometer? You might have seen at home, if someone is having fever, what do? We measure their temperature, right? First thing that we do is we measure the temperature. That what is the temperature? And to measure that temperature, what do we use? We use a thermometer. So when a person is suffering from fever, the temperature is to be measured by thermometer. Okay? The thermometer that measures our body temperature is called a clinical thermometer. As I said, the thermometer that is used to measure our body temperature, a human being's body temperature, that is a clinical thermometer. And down you can see the image of a clinical thermometer, right? Now a clinical thermometer consists of a long, narrow, uniform glass tube. A thermometer that is there, it's a long, uniform means equal way. Okay, equal uniform glass tube. Okay, it's a narrow thing and it's made of a glass. So it's a glass tube. It has a bulb at one end. I have given that arrow. See, it's a bulb at that end. This bulb contains mercury. That point where bulb is there it contains a mercury. Okay. Outside the bulb, a small shining thread of mercury can be seen. Now outside that bulb, you can see a small shining mercury thread. Okay. If you do not see the mercury thread, rotate the thermometer a bit till you see it. You just have to rotate the thermometer till you see that shining line of a mercury. Okay, thread line. You will also find a scale on the thermometer. Now see, as I have given in that thermometer, you can see a scale. Okay, the scale that is given on the thermometer. The scale we use is the Celsius scale, indicated by degree Celsius. The scale that we use to measure, we say it as a degree Celsius. It is marked as degree Celsius. If you see in that thermometer, it is given as degree Celsius. Right? Now see, in that degree Celsius, we measure from 35 degree to 42 degrees Celsius. Okay, from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. Celsius is adopted in India. Whereas thermometer has two measures. One is Celsius and one is Fahrenheit. As we follow Celsius, we just observe Celsius measurement. And that is 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. Okay. Whereas Fahrenheit is from 94 degrees Celsius to 94 degree Fahrenheit to 108 degree Fahrenheit. That is called Fahrenheit. Okay. The one which we follow is Celsius, 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius, and another one is Fahrenheit, that is 94 degrees Celsius to 94 degree Fahrenheit to 108 degree Fahrenheit. Okay. Now let's see how does a thermometer works. Okay. First of all, what we have to do, note the temperature difference indicated between two big marks. You can see there are different marks with the numbers, and with the numbers there is a big mark. Okay. So you have to see the difference between the mark, the bigger mark. Okay. Later note the number of divisions shown by a smaller mark between these marks. Now between two bigger marks, you have to see that how many small marks are there, and note down that number of small marks. Okay. Suppose the bigger mark read 1 degree and there are 5 divisions between them. Suppose bigger mark is 1 degree and there are small 5 divisions between them. So what can we read as? One small division can be read as 1 upon 5, that is 0.2 degree Celsius. Okay. Now let's see some points about this thermometer. Okay. A normal temperature of a human body is 37 degrees Celsius. A normal temperature for each and every human being is 37 degrees Celsius. The temperature of every person may not be 37 degrees Celsius. Now see, normal temperature is 37 degrees Celsius. But it is not necessary that the temperature of each and every person is 37 degrees Celsius. Okay? It could be slightly higher or slightly lower. There can be a difference in this 37 degrees Celsius. It is not the fixed thing. It can be a change, a bit higher or a bit lower. A normal temperature is the average body temperature of a large number of healthy persons. The normal temperature which is given 37 degrees Celsius, it is just the average of the temperature of all the healthy persons. Okay. The temperature of human body normally does not go below 35 degrees Celsius or above 42 degrees Celsius. The temperature of a human body never goes below 35 degrees Celsius. Okay. Neither it rises above 42 degrees Celsius. So that is the reason that this scale is given in thermometer. It is a range from 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. Okay. Now what precautions shall we use while using a thermometer. We cannot just use thermometer just for the sake of using, right? There are some things that we should be careful about it. First of all, we should not use the clinical thermometer to measure the temperature of any other common object. It is just for the temperature to be checked for a human body. Okay, it is to be used for human body temperature checking only. Thermometer should be washed before and after use, preferably with an antiseptic solution. Whenever we use a thermometer, we should always wash it and use, and we should always wash after using it. And if possible, we should wash it with a antiseptic solution. Okay. Ensure that before use the mercury level is 35 degrees Celsius. Now when we use a thermometer, we should always check it that the level of a mercury, in that diagram we saw that there is a mercury at the starting. Okay, so the level of the mercury should be before 35 degrees Celsius. Okay, read the thermometer keeping the level of mercury along the line of a sight. While you are reading the temperature on a thermometer, you should see the level of mercury also. Okay, handle the thermometer with care. If it hits against hard object, it can break. Whenever we are using a thermometer, you should use it very carefully because by chance also it get hits with a hard object, then it is going to break because it is made of a glass tube and it is a narrow, it is not that thick, it is a narrow thing that is made of a glass tube. So if you don't take care, it will break. Do not hold the thermometer by the bulb while reading. When we are reading the temperature, we should not hold the thermometer from bulb. We should hold it properly. Avoid keeping the thermometer in the sun or near flame, it may break. We should not keep the thermometer in sunlight or near the flame. Means it should be kept away from hot things or else it will break. As I said, it is made of glass. If glass gets heated, it is going to break. Understood? So in this chapter we have gone through about hot and cold and clinical thermometer. Okay. Now laboratory thermometer we will be continuing in our next video. Thank you so much dear kids and parents. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.